Happy day, friends. Good morning, good evening, wherever it is that you are in this moment in time. I hope that you are faring well. I hope that you have been thoroughly enjoying this process of moving through this 31 meditation journey. I hope that you have experienced some significant change in your life simply for making the decision to be more devoted to your life, to yourself, to the essence of who you are, and to your life. I am grateful and appreciative to you for being here. I'm grateful to have felt your presence during this experience. I'm grateful to you for the feedback, for the thoughts and reflections that you've been sharing as we've been moving throughout this journey. Today is day 23 of Devoted. We're going to go ahead and settle in. We're going to take our 3 deep breaths together so that we can settle into this moment, so that we can settle into this space. We are spending the rest of our time on this journey devoting ourselves to God and truth, and really just opening ourselves up to grounding into the essence of who we are, grounding into that eternal power that dwells within us, that dwells within everything we can see and cannot see, that power, that essence that dwells within our neighbors, that dwells within everything. We're just taking some time to really ground into that, to focus our mind, our energy, our attention on the essence of who we are. So I'm grateful to you for being here. Go ahead and close your eyes, allowing yourself to just be right here, right now, in this moment, bringing all of your attention to this moment in time, allowing yourself to just be open, allowing yourself to be open, allowing yourself to be available, allowing yourself to be a recipient of whatever it is that wants to flow through into this space, into this moment right now, specifically for you. What is it that the essence wants you to receive in this moment? What is it that God wants you to receive in this particular moment? So we'll take our 3 deep breaths in together, remembering to create that tension in your body as you inhale, and releasing and allowing everything to relax as you exhale. So we'll go ahead and take a deep breath in through our nose. Sighing it out. Allowing everything to relax. Deep breath in. And sigh it out. Allowing yourself to relax. Allowing yourself to release. Allowing yourself to be open. Deep breath in. And sigh it out. Allow yourself to just observe Allow yourself to soak it in. That's what I'm hearing right now. Allow yourself to soak it in. Allow yourself to soak in the truth. Allow yourself to digest the truth. Allow yourself to digest the truth. Allow yourself to feel into the truth. Allow yourself to rest in the truth. And oftentimes, as we are moving throughout this journey, it's important to note that oftentimes the truth is unfamiliar to you. When you're moving through a journey like this and you're allowing yourself to release, you're allowing yourself to release resistance, you're allowing yourself to open up, what's happening is you're opening up to what is true. And oftentimes, because of the things that we've allowed ourselves to believe for most of our lives, this truth that we're beginning to rest in is most likely unfamiliar to us. And so it can be uncomfortable coming into this new truth, or coming into this truth. Opening ourselves up to it can be uncomfortable because we aren't used to this kind of wisdom that's flowing through your own body, that's coming through you. This wisdom is flowing through you. It isn't knowledge or information that you're gaining from anyone around you or from any organization. It's flowing from within you. And so that can be uncomfortable. That can be unfamiliar. And so can you allow yourself to rest in that discomfort so that that wisdom that lives deep within your body can continue to flow through you, so that that wisdom can create change in your life, real change. Go ahead and open your eyes, and I'll introduce the mantra so you can write the mantra down. Take a moment to repeat it to yourself. And as we are focusing on devoting ourselves to God and truth, some of the mantras may be or may seem a little repetitive. And once again, it's because we really want to ground into the essence of who we are. We really want to center our whole entire being within this truth. So the mantra for today says, everything that God is, I am. Everything that God is, I am. So go ahead and write that down. Allow yourself to repeat it out loud a couple of times. Everything that God is, I am. And when you repeat that out loud, I really want you to focus or notice where it is that those words resonate with you within your body. When you say those words out loud, where do you feel that resonating? Where do you feel the resistance coming up at? Because if you aren't used to grounding into mantras like this, there may be a little resistance. That's when you want to take a deep breath and send that breath into that space, wherever that resistance may be for you in your body. And then you want to just exhale the breath out so that that resistance can be released, so that you can relax into the truth. Everything that God is, I am. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. So for today, I'm simply going to be guiding us through some deep breaths. We'll repeat the mantra, of course, as we're moving throughout. And so we're going to do a breath sequence where the first breath we'll be breathing into our head space. So you'll take a deep breath and send that breath into your head space. And then we'll exhale, blowing the breath out through our mouths like we're blowing out through a straw. And then we'll breathe into our heart space. Again, blowing that breath out like we're blowing out through a straw. And then we'll send our breath into our feet, our ankles, our feet. And again, blowing that breath out like we're blowing through a straw. And then I'll guide us through repeating the mantra. So we really want to use our breath to open ourselves up. That's what we'll be doing. We're using our breath to really open ourselves up so that we can ground into the truth that this mantra is awakening us up to. Okay? So go ahead and close your eyes. Allowing yourself to just be here, allowing yourself to let everything go. Noticing any thoughts that may be coming through in this moment and giving yourself permission to just release those thoughts, to let them go. So we'll take our first deep breath in. We're breathing deep into our head space. So deep breath in. Sending that breath to the top of your head, imagining that there's a filter at the top of your head and the breath is flowing out through that filter. And blow the breath out. Deep breath into your heart space. And blow the breath out. Deep breath in, sending the breath into the soles of your feet. And blow the breath out. So now that you know, we're breathing first deep into the head space and then into our heart space and then into the soles of our feet. I'll just guide the breaths. So deep breath in, inhaling. And exhale. Blowing the breath out. Inhale. And blow the breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Allowing yourself to just breathe, take gentle deep breaths in and out through your nose. Again, deep breath in. And blow the breath out. Deep breath in. And blow it out. Deep breath in. And exhale. And we'll repeat the mantra. Everything that God is, I am. Everything that God is, I am. Everything that God is, I am. Deep breath in. And blow the breath out. Deep breath in. And blow the breath out. Deep breath into the soles of your feet. And blow the breath out. Taking gentle deep breaths in and out through your nose. And repeat the mantra. Everything that God is, I am. Everything that God is, I am. Everything that God is, I am. Deep breath into your headspace. And blow the breath out. Deep breath into your heart space. And blow the breath out. Deep breath into the soles of your feet. And blow the breath out. Repeating the mantra. Everything that God is, I am. Allowing yourself to just breathe in and out through your nose. Allowing yourself to witness, allowing yourself to observe. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Deep breath in. And sigh it out. Gently open your eyes. Allowing yourself to just observe and witness. Remembering to take some time to journal, especially as we're moving throughout this last part. You really want to journal, you really want to reflect, and you want to recognize any resistance, write about it, journal about it. Why do you have resistance to the truth that these particular, especially these particular mantras, why do you have any resistance, or what is the resistance that you might have to these particular mantras, or to the truth that these particular mantras may be trying to awaken you to? You really want to journal about that. You want to write on that, reflect on that, pray about it, contemplate over it, meditate over it. Take some deep breaths to allow yourself to release any resistance. Thank you so much for being here. We are in the home stretch. And I am just so grateful to be sharing in this experience with you. It has been very wonderful, very beautiful, and I'm just so grateful to you, to your presence, for being present. And I'm also grateful to you for opening yourself up, for allowing yourself to be open to receive something new. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.